we've been very excited. Part of our excitement is that we're in our second year of our strategic plan. At its core is the student experience, and the student experience as we view it today and how they experience every single day that they're in our community, but also the student experience as it prepares them for their future. Some things won't be changing, the fundamental nature of human beings, the way we treat one another, the core of our heart. But the work itself, the nature of their future life and their future work is a bit unknown. So in this strategic plan, we focused heavily on what it means to have our students develop fully into their capacity. What we want is we don't want our students to live just into fulfilling a textbook curriculum. We don't want them to live into just meeting the standards in an ERB or an SAT or a PSAT. And we're not negating those things. They're parts of what our students do. It's part of what we present as evidence of who they are. But our students are much, much more. They are capable of so many things.
We're at a point in history where students are ready to take on more ownership of their learning. That the journey that they're going to take through their learning now can be more and more in their hands.
Students as producers can be defined as students having a voice in the curriculum. It can mean that instead of just putting pen to paper as we all did for the most part when we were growing up to show what we know, that students are able to show what they know in a multitude of ways.
Theater and art and music those are all great examples of students as producers. Athletics is students as producers. The challenge that I want to help push is how do we look at our traditional academic subjects, the humanities, math and science, and language, to find opportunities for students to be doing real world work.
If they're going to live fully into this capacity for the future, what does the environment need to be? What do the teachers need to embody? What growth do we need to find in our professional populations so that they can develop this environment and this experience for our students?
I think we have developed in the last 6-7 years this idea of a more expansive approach to professional development that really speaks to every teacher's capacity actually to authorship and curating their own ideas and coming a little bit out of the box.
The concept of augmented intelligence is really pushing the limits of how we've looked at the use of the role of technology and digital skills.
AI for us is thinking about how artificial intelligence, the more common association with AI, really can be used to augment the intelligence of our students both cognitively and social-emotionally.
We're partnered with Convent and Stuart Hall to build a mental health platform for the school community to promote mental health literacy, emotional skill development, and to lower barriers for students who need help to get help. So we ran 6 design thinking workshops with high school juniors here at Convent and Stuart Hall. An amazing experience where everybody was able to get on their feet, listen to music, and kind of jot down on different post-it notes kind of what they were experiencing both in and out of school. They identified stressors within the school, stressors within their family, stressors in their day-to-day teenage life. And kind of from those conversations, we're able to develop the first set of tools that we're using to test on Schools of the Sacred Heart students.
The whole concept of the pedagogy of space is to be looking at the physical space of the classroom as one means of promoting and challenging the status quo and helping to create environments where students and teachers are really free to collaborate.
Not only does it start in the classroom, but if you extend out to other common areas throughout the school, certain areas have been renovated with a focus of looking at common areas for students to use, common areas for teachers to use, as well as staff.
So in year 2, what we've shared and the community has already experienced are some of these new structures including new community chairs of high school community life.
We heard resoundingly from many individuals, many stakeholders within the program, past and present, that we needed some sort of a new structural role that would embody the care of the total experience of the students, that would be able to offer support to faculty in maintaining community standards and helping to build character.
Well, I think ultimately what we're hoping to build is that Christian community where everyone is welcome and everyone feels like this is their second home. And so I think that we're looking at this as a positive aspiration, that we're looking at building community standards that make us all healthy and happy here.
Also, 4 individuals coming to work together on a grade chair team. These grade chair teams serving the 9th and 10th grade classes, both the boys and the girls, and as academic guides and really personal guides through those very critical first years of formation.
I have 29 girls and 31 boys across both campuses, and it's been fantastic to get to know and to be on both campuses.
Well, I think before we really looked at the school more as 4 separate entities instead of one whole school. And the fact that Allison and I share the freshman class, both boys and girls, really gives the sense that we are a full school on 2 campuses and helping students and parents navigate that new model.
A sophomore grade chair, we really hold that higher level awareness of the entire grade. And looking at the courses that the students are taking, what they're choosing to opt into for their junior and senior year, and kind of working backwards to make sure that they're appropriately challenged in their classes now so that they can be successful in those classes later on.
So far, from what I'm hearing from faculty, they love this structure. They love that there's a partnership and there's almost like this liaison between the student, the teacher, and then we come in the middle.
And so whether or not we can help a teacher with the student who might be struggling with organizational issues, or a parent who's concerned about what testing might look like in 2 years, we have been able to help and answer those questions, as well as really get to know how wonderful this community is from the inside out.
Awesome question. That is a really awesome question.
If we could develop individuals that seek wisdom and have the persistence to live fully into their wisdom and to be there for others, that I think is success. And I really hope that at Schools of the Sacred Heart, what I can do as a leader is provide that space and that opportunity and that frame for every human being to live fully into their capacity, for themselves and for everyone in their lives, and for the world.